We are live, baby.
We're here tonight. Why? Why are we here tonight?
Because you invited me over.
Was the night before the election. And how's that damn poem go?
And
it's
all
quiet
through
in the
the
house
house
with a fucking mouse. Whoops.
Not a creature was staring, not even a mouse.
I said a bad word. I'm in trouble. I just got a really bad look from Rafal.
No, you didn't say the whole word. You only said a part of the word.
All right, seriously, you know why we're here? We're here to conduct our final review on filling the position of the President of the United States. And we're here to review their qualifications and make a logical, intelligent decision on their ability to run this country. All right, so basically we're here tonight to talk about it because tomorrow's the big day. Let me tell you, tomorrow is going to have a big effect on the next 4 years of your life. Okay? And we're not here. Where am I looking at? There, where? Make up your mind. And we're not here to throw all kinds of dirt. We're not here about dirt. All right? The one thing you know about me is I'm not going to feed you a bunch of bullshit. If I know something, if I tell you something, what can you do?
Take it to the bank.
And cash it, okay? Because I'm not going to just give you a bunch of bullshit. I'm going to tell you what I know for a fact, my life experience, okay? And it just so happens I got a lot in common with the two people that are running for president, okay? I've lived in the same places they've lived while they were doing their careers. So this is our opinion or whatever, but I'm just telling you facts. I don't want to talk about personalities and this and that and all that. Forget about it. Let's talk about we base people and we hire people based on their experience, right?
Yeah.
And qualifications.
Yeah.
So basically, you got to look at somebody when you're hiring them. We're hiring. Basically, the whole country is hiring somebody to be on top and represent us. Listen, there's a lot of people below them that, they got to answer to. It's not just, they're a king or anything like that. Okay, there's a process before they can make a lot of decisions.
And we have a poll. We would like everybody to go to the community section of our channel and put community.
Tell us who's your pick. Hey, who's your pick?
My pick?
Who's your pick?
I don't vote. I'm still undecided.
I'm
still right now to this day. I'm undecided.
You should be ashamed of yourself even saying that.
I'm
As
undecided.
A business person, okay, you're sitting here right now. Before we started this live, he was sitting here crying, worrying about money.
I wouldn't say
4 years ago, he wasn't crying. Even with COVID. Okay, you weren't crying. Now you want to talk about you're undecided? Let's be honest. Why would you be undecided? What is you basing your decision on? Okay.
My undecision comes from not trusting anybody.
Anyway, basically,
I don't trust any of them.
I don't trust anybody. Well, you don't. Anyway.
I want them to prove to me because you've proven.
You trust me?
Yes, you've proven.
Well, if you trust me, then listen to me, and I'm going to break it down in logic and common sense, the same way you would hire an employee.
I wouldn't trust someone after 5 minutes. I trust them after years.
Accomplishments. Okay, listen. You want all right, let's get into it, all right? Let's talk about it. And we're not going personal, okay? Forget about colors. Forget about religions. Forget about all that stuff because it ain't got nothing to do with running shit, okay? All that shit is immaterial in my world. Okay, I got all kinds of religions. I got all kinds of races and colors. I even trust a Polak here to run the channel. So come on,
After he proved himself,
if I can deal with a Polak,
and he did what he said he was going to do.
Happy runs all the Tampa hotels. He's from India.
He proved himself.
I don't care. It's all about your abilities and show me what you can do.
Well, I base it off of their past and what they've done and what they said they're going to do, and if they did it or not. All these promises everyone makes before the election. Oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. And then after 4 years, did they do half of that?
Okay.
Most of them, no.
I'm going to base it on what I've seen and what I've lived and what I've experienced. That's what I'm going to base it on. My life. Okay. So here we go. You want to start with Trump? You want to start with Kamala? I've been calling my wife Kamala.
Fire them both back and forth.
Basically, we got Trump applying here. Okay, experience. Has he ever been a president before? Yes. Okay, and were we living good? Yes. Why? I'm going to tell you why. You want to know the real deal? I grew up in New York. I've been hearing about Trump my whole life growing up there. Okay, the most important years of your life is when you're a teenager, because that's when you absorb all of everything. All right, when you hit 12 years old, you start really, absorbing a lot of stuff. 12 to 18 are very important years. Okay, you spent yours wakeboarding. All right, so basically, when I grew up in New York, all right, it was bad. It was really bad, and New York was a very dangerous place. It's a fact. Okay, I know it. I lived it. I experienced it. When you came out of your house, you took your life in your hands. All right. And I remember him coming in there and taking old beat up garbage places that were closed down and turning them into brand new, beautiful hotels. Okay. And however he did it, you got to use skill. You got to use tactic. You got to make deals. He convinced them that, listen, yes, this property should be allowed to get tax credits. It's not for affordable housing, no, but it's going to better the area. It was brilliant. You can say whatever you want about the guy personally, but I've witnessed his accomplishments. Going before him, his parents, my family, they built regular, medium, whatever housing for the middle income. Okay, he could have sat back, and he was born rich and did nothing. He could have lived the life of a friggin' prince. Okay, with all the money his family had, he could have not worked a day in his life, but he didn't. Why? Because he's got that personality. He's a hustler, and he had determination, and whatever you want to call it, ego. I don't care what you call it. But because of the way he was, kids like me that grew up in the hood, in the slums, and we always felt like shit. If I could be somebody and make moves like somebody and make money, I used him as a fucking example. Everybody wanted to be like him if you were growing up and you wanted to live the high life and you want to have a really great life. Why wouldn't you? What is wrong with wanting to go to the top and enjoying your life? Because it's not just the money, okay? Just doing it. Doing it is where you get the real fucking feeling of accomplishment in life, but the money is also what you get, that's the big payoff too. So you can live a good life. You're not here that long. All right. You're not here. Your clock's ticking and my clock is almost tucked. So, basically you do everything you can. And guys like that, I don't even know how he fucking survived doing everything in New York. Cause I'm going to tell you, New York is not a friendly, pretty place, especially back then in the 80s. Okay, you didn't build shit. Concrete, garbage. It was all controlled by organized crime. I don't want to hear it. And you never heard once about him having problems. Why? Because he knew how to make deals. All right. You never heard about him and the mafia or none of that shit. All right. Unions, forget about it. You try to build something in New York, you're going to get your ass handed to you. All right. And he was able to do it. And he turned that place around. I don't even know why they pick on Giuliani. Everybody forgets about him and Giuliani. They turned New York from a slum into a very great place. They got it on the road to success. So anyway, I've lived his experience. I've seen what he's done. I know it, and I got some notes here even. So basically, another thing is this. He's 78 years old. I mean, let's be honest. He can't do much damage at 78. And we could probably squeeze 4 good years out of him if we're lucky. All right, it's logical. All right, we finally got rid of the other old geezer. He couldn't handle it. He couldn't make it. I mean, let's just face it. For the past 4 years, I've been so depressed about him representing our country and having that mean old man. He's like the old dean in the school or something. He's yelling at you and and then I don't want to get personal, but I judge a man by his kids too a lot, so there you go. There, look at both of them. But the point is this: he's 78. Okay, if we could squeeze 4 good years out of him and have the same good years we had, imagine having him without COVID. COVID came in and screwed everything up. His life was still better than it was for the past 4 years. All right, this guy's out looking at new trucks. I can't believe it cost $100,000 to buy a friggin' decent truck now or something like that. It's crazy. I mean, prices are ridiculous. All right, food, housing, gas, you name it. it's way out of whack. And interest rates being so high have caused it, and it's really screwing everything up. So I'm just telling you my life experience. Okay, I see what he can do in New York. I see what he can do, going all over the world with these fancy places he's building and all that. Listen, it ain't fucking easy. All right, it ain't that easy. Even if he just did it from his office on a phone, it ain't that easy. You know that. Oh, yeah. It's a lot of shit. Getting the right people lined up, getting the land, getting the developers, getting this, getting that, whatever. It's a lot of shit to do the shit he did. And he's got some nice ass places. So all I can do is tell you, I lived, during his accomplishments. I've seen him. It's fact. It's not bullshit. He knows how. Is he perfect? No. But as a president, I think, listen, we need that representation. All right. Let me tell you something. And you were Muslim. I don't know if you still are, but you used to be Muslim.
I'm Muslim, Christian, Catholic, and Jewish.
There you go. Oh, what happened to Aaron? Is Aaron here or what?
I think he just walked in.
Here we go. This is the new generation.
Oh, my God. What the heck?
Here's Aaron. Aaron, how are you voting? You can't vote. You're not 18 yet.
Not yet.
But Aaron's always impartial. He tries to get along with everybody.
Look at those shorts.
He's got blue. He's got red and blue.
I like those shorts.
And he's got the winner on top, the cherry on top.
Well,
so basically, I'm just telling you, we need 4 more good years out of him, and then you can forget about him. Love him, hate him. I think he's the best candidate for the job, and that's all I can tell you. But you know why? Because you know what I like about a guy like that? He ain't got to kiss nobody's ass. He ain't got to protect people and protect himself. He don't need to do favors for everybody. He don't need all that shit. He don't need to, he's already got money. He doesn't care. He doesn't like to get used. He doesn't like to be in a weak position. And we need somebody strong, okay? Let me tell you something. You think this is serious? This is serious shit. Russia, these people don't play. They're worse than the damn Italian mafia. I mean, these people don't play the Russians. I'm telling you now. They got their friggin' rules. And they change the rules and make the rules. That's the way it is. China, same damn thing. They make the rules. Iron fist. And if you can't stand up to these people, we're going to have serious problems. You've already seen it. What's going on in Europe, and we see what's going on. Forget about the Middle East. The Middle East is totally ridiculous.
I heard that we got some polls up. So go on YouTube, go put your vote in, and let's see what we got.
What is
Donald
right
J.
now?
Trump, 86%. Kamala Harris, 14%.
Well,
that's all the early voters.
I'm telling you now.
That's
serious
already
stuff.
1,500
I'm not
voters.
Personally attacking nobody.
I think it's time to flip
all
the hat
I'm
around.
telling you is I base it on what I know, what I've seen, what I lived. And with him, it's like a short bet because we survived those 4 years. Life was good, and he couldn't blame him for COVID, but he stood up to those Chinese. He wouldn't hesitate to blame them and tell them, you started it. And what did he do? He did a lot of shit. He gave everybody money. All right, he let the fucking how could you not like somebody when you're in a crisis and they open up the floodgates of money for people? People were getting double unemployment. They were getting money, all that, whatever they were calling it, money. We took some. Hell yeah, I was losing my shirt, and listen, based it on experience. So that's my point about him. Otherwise here, you want to talk about Kamala, and everybody knows her as Kamala. If everybody says, hey, what do you think about Harris? They'll say, Harris, who's that? I mean, it's a first name that she has to go, that the people know her of. The point is this. And please, I'm only telling you what I read online. Look up the text I just sent you and read it. Hey, look up the text I just sent you and read it. Hurry up. This kid's slow.
Sorry.
Got too slow.
Paul's over here bugging me. All right.
What did I just say?
Kamala Harris. Her early life and career of Kamala Harris. She was born in Oakland, California.
Okay, stop right there. You were born in Oakland, California. I spent 18 years in Oakland, California. Go ahead.
Let's see. What else do we have here?
Read the whole thing.
Okay. All right, fine. She was born in Oakland, California in 1964 to biologist
1 year older than me.
Shyamala Gopalan and economist Donald J. Harris.
What are you talking about?
That's her parents. Donald J. Harris is her parents. That's pretty funny. Anyways.
Maybe she didn't like her father. She hates Donald. I don't know.
Let's see. What else do we have? Harris served as Alameda County Deputy District Attorney.
Oakland is in the county of Alameda County. You were born and lived there. for up until what? How old were you when we moved here? When
14.
we escaped that place?
14.
14 year first years of life was spent there. Remember it.
I
What
remember
else you
it.
got?
It was wild.
Then she was the San Francisco County Assistant District Attorney.
Okay, why would she go from a district attorney to assistant district attorney? But keep going.
And then running the Family and Children's Services Division in the San Francisco City Attorney's Office.
Okay, well, I'm sorry. There was so much crime going on in Oakland. She should have had a hands full there. Why is she running away from all the crime and drugs and murders in Oakland that we experienced to take care of the family services? That don't make sense to me. So, and then also, I'm just going to tell you what, I don't want to talk personal, so we'll keep going.
Okay, and then she served 2 terms as District Attorney of San Francisco from 2004 to 2011.
You skipped something there. Where did she go? Where did she go? Where did she live in her teenage years?
Let's see. At the age of 12, she moved to Montreal, Quebec, and then she attended school through her first year of college. Then
stop there. She moved to Montreal at the age of 12. Montreal is a different country. I've been there, Quebec. It's a socialist country. Nice place to visit, but I wouldn't fucking live there. You have no opportunity there. Okay, so she lived out of the country. Is this thing's true? From 12 to 18, the most important years of your life, she lived in a socialist country? That's crazy.
I agree.
What else you got?
Let's see. Then she attended Howard University and the University of California College of Law in San Francisco.
Oh my God.
So she went back to San Francisco.
So she came back.
She studied in San Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
San Francisco is the craziest place you've ever lived in your life. I've lived there. I worked there. I used to pick up the frickin' syringes every morning in front of that apartment building at 1480 Sutter Street, or no, I'm sorry, that was the senior building on O'Farrell Street. I used to pick up the dirty condoms and syringes. I make the poor maintenance guys have special gloves, and we'd kick the homeless out. And they defecate all over the place in the Tenderloin. It was disgusting. You had to step over the bodies. You were there. I took you there.
I was there. I remember.
Jump over them. You couldn't. It was too big of a step.
There
you
were
had to
so
jump
many
over the bodies in the street.
It was terrible.
In the damn street, and the pimps and the prostitutes. They don't arrest nobody. And the drug dealers. It's disgusting, okay? Let me tell you, San Francisco is the most wacko place in the world. You want to go there for a few days. You want to see the beautiful water and Alcatraz. What a place, Alcatraz, to go visit. Anyway, go there for a few days and you get the hell out, okay? Because they're crazy there. They don't arrest anybody for anything there. They don't. If you go steal something, they don't arrest you. It's nuts. And that's where she was the head lawyer, a cop. Give me a break. I mean, come on. We got to get real here. So she didn't do anything to help those cities or counties or state, okay? And now she's been working, she's been in politics from then on, and she still ain't done shit. So I'm sorry. Based on her qualifications, this guy's created, listen, I'm in real estate, I'm telling you, it ain't easy to do what he's done. Okay, forget about his personality and all that crap. You don't get it. It's that, but if he didn't have that personality, he never would be here today. Just like if I wasn't a big mouth, ready to get things cooking, I wouldn't be here today. If I had a nice personality, I'm quiet, I don't want to fight with you. The Democrats don't want to fight with nobody. Okay, well, unfortunately, you got to stand up for yourself. All right, and especially when it's good versus evil. Okay, and the Democrats ain't going to do it. Look how we pulled out of Afghanistan with our tail between our legs. That country, we just flushed them down the fucking toilet. That's what we did to Afghanistan. All that time and effort we put in there to giving them a better civilization, flushed down the toilet. It was turned over to the goddamn Taliban. The same people that want to blow your ass up and lock your women up like dogs where they can't leave the house, they can't go to school, they can't go to work, they can't drive, they can't do nothing. And if you ever do break up with a husband and a wife, the men get the kids. The men. Women have no rights there whatsoever. I'm not making this shit up. Okay? So please, if you don't show some force when you need to, because it's human nature, and we're dealing with a lot of humans that are living back in the prehistoric days. So I'm telling you now, 4 years, we've had Russia say, oh, America do nothing. All right, I'm going to take back Ukraine. Just like he did sneaky when Obama was president. And Obama didn't do shit. We didn't even hear about it. He took back a big chunk of Ukraine. Okay, I'm telling you now, you don't have to like this guy personally, but he'll go. Who's afraid to go sit down with Putin and meet with him face to face and try to box him and put him in a corner? Who? Not Kamala. I'm sorry. All right. The Democrats don't have it. They're working people. They're the kind of people that just want to ride the wave and be cool on the system and use the system and just, that's it. They're not the ones that are going to grab the wall by the balls and make shit happen. I mean, I was impressed when you got Elon Musk to actually back him up. Elon Musk is a wacko, but he's a smart ass guy, and he's just thinking about future and growth and new, all kinds of new innovative stuff. I mean, let's face it, these are the people that are really making shit happen. All right. Of course, they're wacko. You got to be wacko if you want to cross the line in life and really get shit done and make shit happen. You got to have that type of personality. All right. So you got to take it, but it benefits everybody. Because if they're going to go ahead and act that way with themselves, if you're on their team, baby, you're going to benefit. All right? They're not going to want a team bitching and crying and complaining. They're going to want their team to be happy. Okay? Because you're on a winning team. And let me tell you, for the past 4 years, we ain't been winning. I've lost millions. And you can say, oh, he's the big, fat, rich, white guy in real estate. Bullshit. Okay? Why should I lose millions of dollars unnecessarily? Why? All right? I'm not supposed to. It's not my nature. It's not my purpose in life to lose money. But I've been losing it. How are you tonight?
Are you done?
Yeah, I'm done.
That was a long ass rant. That's for sure.
I want to get my point across. So I can tell you about. Listen, I'm not judging nobody here. I'm just telling you facts, and we got to use logic. Like you're hiring somebody. We're hiring somebody to run our company. We're a company. We need to be fair, and everybody needs to have an opportunity to get ahead. All right, we got to do it logically.
Have you guys seen anybody have 7 different accents?
Accents.
She has 7 different accents. I've seen
your dad
videos
has
of her
7 different accents.
Okay,
too.
but she does it on purpose. Yeah.
Her.
Yes, her.
I didn't know. She lived in Canada. Canada, the accent's very strong in Canada. Quebec, they mostly spoke what? Like French and Italian or something? I don't know, but it's very European.
He's saying when
you go
she
to
goes,
Canada,
when she goes to her,
saying when she goes to the hood, she's like, yeah, y'all, this and that. And when she goes to this country place, she goes, howdy, y'all. And then when she goes to the Chinese place,
I know.
I
don't think I've ever heard Donald Trump
all I care about
not talk like Donald Trump.
Donald Trump, listen, he doesn't choose his words, and that's probably best because at least you know where he's coming from. All right. With her, you're going to get a lot of Democratic fake bullshit. All right. With him, if he says things that are off, at least you know this guy's for real because he wouldn't do it if he was phony. All right. So I'd rather deal with a snake or somebody that's real as long as they're on my side. Okay. And what else I got to say? Where's the poll at? I don't mean you, Polak. I know where you're at. Where's the poll?
Where's the poll?
Let's look at the poll.
Is 87% Trump, 13% Harris.
Well, hopefully the whole country thinks like that.
Almost 2,000 votes.
We're going to be in big trouble. The last 4 years has been like, it's been horrible to me. And then horrible, listen, it's not all about me either. Okay. Believe it or not. At one time, I think we had 800 employees. Okay. And because of, listen, we only make so much a month. We can only pay out so much. Okay, that's life. It's not that I don't want to pay people more money. Okay, but, there's only so much you can spread around. And then if things go bad, I got to be prepared. So I need to have my war chest ready to defend the business and the people and everybody. But I wonder, how do people afford to live? The average working person making these days, maybe even $20 an hour. I don't know how they do it. Okay. And they sure ain't buying no goddamn house.
Or
all right.
Car.
It's crazy.
No car. No house.
4 years ago, I think the people had a lot better chance. Okay. You can go out, you can buy a house. Your interest rate was about 3. Okay. Which, by the way, I don't know why. I think Canada's cheaper interest rate. Well, why don't we take some of the good? I'm not saying everything with Democrats is bad. They got a lot of good programs to help people. They got a lot of good things. So let's take the good out of it, help people, but we got to run a business and we got to do it with common sense. So, what else? You got anything to say? How old are you? 17? What does a 17-year-old think about the world today?
Well, I definitely think we could have better candidates than those two. I mean,
that's true.
That's
pretty
for a fact.
depressing. That
Biden is listen. Biden's an embarrassment. I don't know why we would even have somebody of that capability, which he has no capability, run our country. And now we have these two candidates. With Trump is very accomplished.
Say that Biden wasn't a total waste of time.
He was.
Okay, we could have probably accomplished a whole lot more and did a lot more with the last 4 years than we've done. We've gone down, okay? We didn't even stay at a good level. We went down. So what do you got to say from how old are you, 30-something years old?
30-something.
What do you think?
A lot.
What do you think? I mean,
what's
the story, Jerry?
Biden just showed you.
You're hiring
Biden showed you guys what I always thought. The president doesn't really run the country. There's a lot of other people telling them and in their group that are associated with him, but there's too many fucking decisions to make as a president. So it is about the people they have around them. And if those people are crooked or have a backwards agenda, you will really mess some stuff up. But
who do you think should be the face and represent us for the whole planet? Who? Her or him? Who do you think? If you're in a fight, who do you want to go to a fight with? He's 78 years old. I'd still take him to a fight before I take her to a fight.
Yeah.
Who do you want to stand up for you as an American, representing you in the whole planet?
I wish.
Him or her?
You ready? I wish they would both work together.
Listen, like I said, we got to take.
And they took what they're good at, what the Democrats are good at. They should focus on.
What are they good at?
What the Republicans are good at, they should focus on. Tax cuts for billionaires, yes.
It depends. People don't hear the headline,
but billionaires.
They don't see it. If a corporation gets big tax credits and spends less money in taxes, what do you think they do with that money?
I can't.
They go out and buy a yacht.
You're making me choke.
You think they go buy yachts and all that bullshit?
I'm not saying
bullshit. They take that money and they make the company bigger and grow stronger and hire more people and make more shit. So we don't have to buy it all from China.
Yes. Billionaires and millionaires do deserve tax cuts because they're the ones controlling companies and everything.
And they started the companies. Okay? They didn't sit around working for a paycheck. Okay? And they create opportunity and jobs for everybody else.
And the homeless people need help. And the foster kids need help. And immigration needs help.
Absolutely.
So everybody who is good at what they've been doing, and there should be some common ground on a lot of this. But I think a lot of shit gets swept under the table. I don't know why, but it seems like we have all these issues to work on, and no one's fucking doing it.
Because we're divided. We got to get on the same page and do what's logical and common sense.
You're not going to get 100% of what you want. You're going to get 50, 60%. That should be good enough.
The good part.
Both sides.
You know what's sad?
That happens, we're gonna be fucking.
I don't know. I just think it's sad that if you hang an American flag outside of your house, people are gonna say this about you. You're gonna get judged. People are gonna say that about you. That's just not right. If you look at a lot of the other countries out there, everybody's patriotic, and a lot of them are happy. I don't know why it's like that. Like if I wore these shorts outside to my school, people are gonna look at me. Oh my god, why is he wearing those shorts? What is he doing? What, this and that, whatever. You're going to get judged, which I don't think is right. I mean, you should be patriotic about your country and things should change.
Bullshit. Okay? Listen, if you're not bothering nobody, everybody should leave everybody alone. Do what the hell you want as long as you're not hurting nobody or bothering nobody. That's the way it should be.
Right. Well, here's the most important stuff people care about. The economy. You've talked enough about the economy. We heard about that. Terrorism and national security. You already talked about that. Immigration. What do you think about immigration?
Why we have all this stuff going on is because our country we got a lot of, I believe this, a lot of people are coming in, foreigners and stuff in our country, which is great. All right. It's built on that. Okay. But we're getting too much of the lower class. I'm sorry. Okay. And
lower class means criminals and people that just don't give a fuck.
Listen, if you're a Mexican and you want to come to this country, I love it. As long as you're not, involved with drugs or anything criminal, come on in, but we got to keep the goddamn riffraff out. All right, that's all we got to do. We got to do it in a proper way and control it. I never heard of such a thing. Not controlling the border
and shit. That was the craziest thing I ever seen.
What's up, Mexican lady? How are you?
Good. How are you? That's every race too,
listen,
Chinese,
we
all
got
of it.
everybody, but we're on the border with Mexico. How come Canada doesn't have any issues with Mexico? Was too far away? I don't know.
Yeah, I can't get all.
But anyway, the point is you got to control the borders. Okay, you have to. He wanted to build a friggin' wall, and they didn't want him to do it. You know why? Because they're thinking personal, not logical. Of course, build a friggin' wall, and then watch the wall. There you go. Problem solved.
90% of politicians.
Common fucking business.
I guarantee 90% of politicians have a wall around their house and a
All
gate.
these politicians got walls around their house.
That
Build a friggin' wall.
definitely
Simple
build
as
a
that.
wall. Everybody should
And then
build
what
a
do?
damn
They
wall.
pick on them for that. Pick on them for that. It's crazy. Use common business sense when making a decision.
But people need to come in.
What else?
You need to look their background up, and you need to let them in properly. They
Economy
need to fill out the
sucks.
paperwork and do everything
Borders
properly.
suck. There's wars going on. What else bad shit we got to worry about? What, Carla? Kamala?
Healthcare. Who's going to take care of healthcare better?
We need good health
For
care
seniors,
for everybody.
mentally.
That's the part of socialism, even though they cry about their healthcare in socialist countries. But I think everyone should be entitled to healthcare. Absolutely. No matter how much money you make, your body and your health, everybody should be treated like an equal human like that. Now, if you got big money, you can afford other fancy people, whatever, that's fine. That's capitalism. But everybody, no matter who you are, should have healthcare and housing. Okay, I believe in definitely, helping people with housing. My whole career was based on affordable housing, and it was great. And I loved the fact that was only the money, because they don't pay you much more than the regular market, but it had some guarantees. But the point was, I've lived it. I've seen garbage and turned it into gold. I've taken crack houses and fixed them up and put decent, nice families in them, and it was the greatest thing in the world. So
housing is one of the most important things, I think, because
housing.
Imagine someone going to work all day.
Food.
Imagine someone going to work all day and they come to some horrible house in a horrible neighborhood and a horrible this and a horrible that. It's going to affect everything in their life. So housing, they should be pushing housing and affordable housing. And
as long as you play right and you got to work in your job and you're not, a criminal or anything, then yes, every citizen should have some sort of, and we do have a lot of money that goes to HUD. Okay. And then the counties have money and the states have money, all trickles down. But, these are things that are important.
Like the opportunity zone is a really good thing that they came out with.
Yes and no. You got to hold it for 15 years or some bullshit.
Well, for a normal person, it's pretty
You got to
normal.
put so much more money into it. If you paid $5 million, you got to put $5 million into it. It was okay. It's better than nothing, I guess, but I don't use it.
What about gun policy?
Listen, we wouldn't need all these people wanting guns if we got rid of the fucking criminals and really got tough on criminals. If you got tough on criminals, everybody wouldn't be so damn scared and want to keep a gun. That's the way I feel about it. Let's focus on the bad people and getting them under control, or hopefully, even turning them around. That's possible. Okay, but you got to do it in a logical way. How many people are in jail right now in the United States? All right, what else you got to say? Now, I'm going to tell you, on a personal level, I liked Obama. I thought he was very nice. He was pleasant. I mean, he was a puppet. I'm sorry to tell you. He was a nice guy. I think he was very nice and decent guy, but he was a puppet. And you can't blame him because, being the first African-American president, he had to really just,
tiptoe.
Go with whoever's trying to put him there, because, so I was happy with him, but his policies, he wasn't tough. He wasn't a tough guy. I think his wife's tougher than him. I'm sorry. Carla, who are you voting for? Get over here and tell us right now. Get over here. She can vote. She's got citizenship.
As of March 2023, there's 1.9 million people in jail.
Almost 2 million people in jail. That's like what? The country's 400 million. 10% would be 4 million. That's 5% of the country's in jail. It's a lot of people, and it costs a lot of money. So it's something wrong with society when you got millions of people in jail. Okay, we need to worry about that. Let's worry about our country and do the best we can for our country and the countries that we really do want help and want to have a life like ours, we should help them if we can. But all this crap, we wouldn't. I'm telling you right now, I don't care what anybody says. I know Trump's mentality. We wouldn't. These wars wouldn't have went on. They wouldn't have went on. They would never have had the balls to start wars while he was president. And we know that for a fact because they didn't. Okay, so there you go. What did he do? He replaced Obama, right? He replaced Obama.
Mm-hmm.
During Obama's time, Russia. The problem was nobody said nothing, and there was a lot of, like I said, Russia went into Kuwait and took over, not Kuwait, Ukraine, and took a piece of that very quietly, and we didn't do shit about it. Okay, so what else? Are we done for tonight?
No,
that was our little stick on voting tomorrow.
More.
Go ahead. What's up?
What are you going to do about the energy policy and what to do with energy and how much energy
Drill,
to drill?
baby, drill.
How much solar and how much
mean,
electrical
honestly,
and how much hydro?
Listen, everything should be done that makes sense, that's logical. Okay? We should not listen. I'm telling you right now. All right, oil is a very, very strong tool
It's the most
that
powerful.
controls people, and you got to control these goddamn countries like China, Russia, and North Korea's, and the way to control them is oil. All right, and if we tell them, listen, don't. He told China, don't buy no goddamn oil from Iran. Because the Iranians are going to take all that goddamn money and they're going to do crazy shit with it. Because they're nuts. Their countries are run by religion. Don't tell me what to do, Kamala. Don't be controlling me, lady.
Well, the Russians too are buying oil from
I'm
the
telling you,
Russians.
we can't. We gotta. So we need to start. I don't see where it's going to hurt. I'm not saying go nuts, but if we can get enough oil from under the water, okay, in the oceans, then yes, we should be drilling there. All right. So I don't know. I don't know how it's affecting the planet by doing that, but I think it's very important we do that. All right. What else you want to talk about?
Race relations.
Let me tell you something. In my opinion, I've met the guy personally, and I've seen him speak in very close rooms. He's not a racist. Okay. When you come from New York, we don't care, okay? All right, well, except for the Italians. But listen, even that's the old school. These days, let me tell you, when you grow up in New York, it's a melting pot. You deal with everybody. You don't judge people by their color, by where they're from. All you care about is what they're about, okay? You judge them on them. So I don't know. And her, she's, I don't know what she is. Is she black? Is she really African American? Who's African American in her family?
Her dad's Jamaican and her
color.
mom's Indian.
I don't care about religion. As long as everybody's a human being, and judged based on them and their actions. What else you got? Race relations, you got a problem with race relations? What's your problem with race relations?
No, not really. Just
what would you do to improve race relations?
I want to see my people get some more money.
Standpoint.
Like everybody else does. You want to see your people get more money. I wish African
more money,
Americans made more money somehow. If you help them in the right way or give them the right things that you're giving other, races. There's so many races out there. Even the whites. I mean, everybody. Everything is a race. So you should be helping people about the same. A little bit of the same. No matter what race. A little bit of Chinese. You should have something for them. You should have something for the black people. Have some for the white people. Have some for the Polish people.
Why even look at people by color? Look at who they are. And if there's something you can do to help somebody, no matter what the color they are, and it means them growing. Because if they grow, we all grow. That's what people don't get. If you help the person next to you, that's going to make you living in a better place. Because I ain't never seen nobody get help and prosper and be unhappy about it. Okay? So everybody should get help because we're more diverse now. And, and black people should definitely have all the benefits everybody else has. Anybody in the economic level should get help. Okay, give them
anybody who's contributing to the society
should get help. Fix it up and rent it out and make money. I mean, it doesn't matter. Housing, everybody should have decent housing, affordable food, decent Medicare. Yes, these are all basic human necessities that everyone should be entitled to being born on this planet. Okay, what else you got? I don't know what planet you're from, lady.
I mean, those are the
You're from
biggest.
planet
Those are the biggest.
Cuckoo!
Those are the biggest issues. I mean, some of the other issues are just people just pulling stuff out there. You know
Listen,
what?
We need to stop having crime-ridden neighborhoods. We need to have nice places for everybody to live, and we got to get a hold. We got to stop
And
drugs.
bring more
You know,
jobs.
we can't
need
let our
jobs.
society get polluted with drugs. Okay,
We
because
need
drugs
jobs.
are bad. You remember?
All right, let's check the polls
Everybody I
one
know-
last time. Let's see, where are we at?
Oh yeah, make sure you go to community on the site
On YouTube.
on the channel. Go to community and let's see who you're voting for.
Where are we at? 86% Trump, 14% Harris.
You gotta love
We're
Trump.
winning. What do you mean?
You know, listen, most of the
2.7
people-
thousand votes.
I
Thanks, guys.
believe most of the people that interact with me
Are in real estate.
they want to make money. All right, why? Because that's what you're only here for a little while. Why not? Have money. Our society is based on money, and they're common sense people. Because that's the kind of people I gravitate to. Good, common sense people that want to hustle and make some money. All right, so of course it's going to lean towards him. Why? Because he's a hustler. All right, and you've seen how good he can hustle for himself. Now he's going to hustle for all of us. So let his ass go over to Russia, go to China, straight down North Korea. Okay. He ain't afraid to say shit. That's the thing. He's not afraid to stand up and tell it like it is. We're all the Democrats. Oh, you can't say that. That's not politically correct. All right. Fuck that. The facts are the facts. All right. Deal with the facts and deal with the truth. What else? I'm going to run for president. I wouldn't do that for a million years. He's nuts for even doing it.
I want you to run for like mayor or something.
No, I don't.
That
Governor.
would be cool.
No,
Mayor,
because I only deal with common sense. Politics,
we would have.
people
We
are
would do a lot of good.
politicians. Never really, they don't know what it's like. They never ran a business. They don't know. All they know is the government. The government and just riding away, baby, taking it for a ride. And protecting their ass.
So I guess we'll see what happens tomorrow.
But we are the biggest, strongest country in the world. This is the
No,
most
I'm
important
really starting to
decision
think
of a
we're
lot
not.
of people's
I'm really
lives.
starting to think we're
We
not.
always will be. We have so many good people here. That's what makes us great. Is all of the different, religions and races
We're
and
not-
colors
we're not-
and
we're not-
people.
We're not respected.
There's
Listen,
somebody for everything.
we're not respected.
There's
Not
a job
respected.
for everything.
We're not a respected.
We are
We're
respected. Who
falling
the
in.
hell?
We're falling in to the same goddamn mentality as all these socialist countries.
You ain't got
All right?
no real
The
terrorism
socialist
here.
countries don't want to fight. All right? But you have to, when you're going up against a freaking communist bully, you got to fight. You got to at least make them think you're going to fight so they don't start a fight. All right? You have to have that approach. I'm telling you, all these countries like Greece and Spain's and France's and Italy's, they're small countries and they just want to, okay, let's keep everything quiet and the rich are living good and the poor are living poor and that's it. They're not looking to fight with nobody. They're not going to stand up. Okay, we got something different than every country in the planet. There is no other country like America. Trust me, we're not perfect. We got a lot of things we need to do to try to get better. But I've been around the world, and this is the only place you can live like a human being, free and have opportunity. Okay, and
From
not be
nothing.
controlled.
From nothing. You can go door
I
knocking
came
out
from
here.
below nothing.
You can go door knocking and start a whole business. I was just talking to a guy who started a whole pressure washing business, came out here from El Salvador with nothing and started multiple businesses. And it's not easy. And he really didn't get no help from the government.
There's a reason why everybody's coming here. There's a reason why they're going to risk their life to come here. Because it sucks under their rule. Okay? It's control. All right? We have rules, we have laws, but we don't have that same control that they got in these other countries. Trust me. I've seen it. I can feel it. I would never live in a religious controlled country or a communist country or a socialist country. All right? Because you know why? You're not living. You're just existing. Here, you have the chance to live, baby.
Agreed.
Anything else? All right. Well, that was our election night, the night before election spiel. Do whatever you want, but I hope you make the right logical decision and hire the right person for the job that's capable, qualified, and got your back.
And
Oh, that's mean. I'm running for president then.
Quiet, Kamala.
Okay, tacos
that's
every
your vice
night.
president.
There you go.
Taco Tuesday every
Taco
Tuesday.
every day.
And tequila every Friday,
Every single
Saturday,
day.
and Sunday.
And whoever does get in office, make sure you're doing what's right for the whole country.
I need
Okay.
somebody with experience. I need somebody that's shown me a proven track record that they made a difference. Okay. I've seen the difference he made in real estate and in business, and I've seen the difference he made when he was president. Okay. I'm sorry. Even nobody ever dealt with COVID before, and he dealt with it. Did he go hide? No. He was laughing at COVID. Okay. And he did everything he could to make the best of it till we got through it. I don't think the Democrats could ever handle that crisis situation. Because when you're in a crisis, you got to have some balls, baby. That's when your balls got to come out, even if you're a woman.
Your ovaries.
And they ain't coming out. All right. Adios, amigos. And listen, if we don't hit a goddamn million subscribers soon,
I'm going to choke Vincent out.
And you'll be stuck with him forever. So you better tell somebody to subscribe, because I need to be on a million subscriber level. Okay? Thank you. Adios.